Okay, today we are looking at the second day of compound inequalities. This is the day that we have the ones that are joined by the word or. So just a quick review from yesterday when we had the word and that joined them. A solution of a compound inequality joined by and is any number that makes both true. Both is the important part there. So that's if it says and. So it has to be this one and that one is also true. Today, though, a solution of a compound inequality joined by or, it's this one or this one. So is any number that makes either inequality true. So either one of them has to be true, not both of them when it says or. So example number 4 here says writing compound inequalities. It says write a compound inequality that represents each situation, graph the situation. So I'm going to start it the same way I did yesterday, all real numbers, and I have -3 and I have 7. It says are less than -3, so n is less than -3. And then it says is greater than 7. So n is greater than 7. When I go over here and I go to graph it, I have to have -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. N is less than -3. So open to the left, and n is greater than 7. So if you notice, this is different than yesterday's because they don't overlap. So what has to be true here is this is an or, because if they are and, they go towards each other. So I need to rewrite this as an or statement. So I would rewrite it as n is less than -3 or n is greater than 7. So it either has to make this one true or this one true in order to be a solution. So anytime you draw the graph and they're going in opposite directions and don't overlap, that means it's going to be an or compound inequality. The second one then says discounted fares are available to children 12 and under or to adults at least 60 years of age. So the discounted fare is available to children 12 and under. So the fare is available for less than or equal to 12, because they can be 12 and still get it, or at least 60 years old. So it has to be greater than or equal to 60. So if I go over here and graph it, and I don't know about you, but I'm not going to want to write all those out by ones from 12 to 60, so you have to go by some ranges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go by tens. So 0, 10, and my pen's not working correctly, sorry, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It has to be f is less than or equal to 12. So I find where I think it's 12, and it's going to be a solid dot, and less than goes to the left. And I'm going to write up above that dot 12 anytime it's not exactly on a line, just so I know for sure what it is. F is greater than or equal to 60. Since it's equal to, it's going to be solid, greater than goes to the right. Again, these are going in opposite directions, so I need to rewrite this as my or statement. F is less than or equal to 12, or F can be greater than or equal to 60. Example number 5 here then has a compound inequality containing the following. Solve the compound inequality and graph the solution. So if it looks here, we have 4v plus 3 is less than -5, or -2v plus 7 is less than 1. So essentially you have 2 that you are solving. It's joined by the word or. So I need to minus 3, so I have 4v is less than -8. I'm going to divide by 4, so v is less than -2. I'm dividing by a positive 4, so I do not flip the sign. Or the other case is -2v is less than, I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides, -6. This time I am dividing by a negative, so I need to flip the sign. V is greater than 3. So V is less than negative 2, or V is greater than 3. Then I'm going to go and graph it. If I solved it correctly, my line should point in opposite directions. So I need negative 2 on here. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 1 bigger than that would be 4. V is less than negative 2, so open on negative 2 to the left. Greater than 3, open on 3, going to the right. So I did it correct. It's joined by or. They're going in opposite directions, so that looks good. You need to complete the quick check and then look at your schedule for your assignment that matches these notes.